I famously did not have a lot of respect for myself in undergrad. One of my favorite parts of medical school and finishing medical school and now being a resident doctor has been watching my confidence grow and watching my respect for myself grow. It's particularly front of mind because I just recently was going through some old notes and letters and things and just kind of like reading through like my old diaries and just how embarrassing it was. I let men treat me so badly. I let them treat me so badly. Some of the stories I have, like maybe one day I will reveal. If you know me, you know. But I really let people not prioritize me, like in any way, shape, or form. And whenever you start such an intense level of training, you have absolutely no choice but to be selfish. You become an insanely, incredibly selfish person when you start your medical training or really any sort of intense occupational training. Right at the beginning of med school, I was seeing this guy that was like an ex-situationship thing that had just been like on and off for way too long. And I had seen him like when I shouldn't have, the week of this one really big exam, this week of this really big test. And I remember being at a coffee shop near my med school, crying my eyes out and being like, why am I doing this? Probably the first coherent thought I had had in years. Genuinely. I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I here? I'm literally training to be a doctor and I'm crying about a boy. I'm crying about a boy. A boy that like literally could never in a million years, this specific boy specifically, could never in a million years understand what I'm doing and like what I'm studying right now. And I'm crying over him. Girl, get up off the floor. That was really a moment that my prefrontal cortex developed. Like it kind of happens all at once sometimes. Is you just like come to consciousness and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing here? This is a disaster. I need to stop. It kind of just hits you all at once. And so to those that are like, I can't get over a man right now. I can't deal with it. It's like too much, I do think like higher education and doing things that just make you confident and that give you self-esteem and that actually make you feel better about yourself and not superficial things just like doing your makeup, but like actually like reading a gorgeous book or going back to school or finishing your degree or doing what you said you were going to do or finishing what you started. That actually is what builds your confidence. And that is actually what's going to get you away from that whack ass man, is like you building your confidence and like being able to stand up for yourself and like have something else to focus on. When you're that young, a man can seem like your entire world or seem like the entire world because your world is just actually very small. Like you actually have not gotten to the point where you can like expand your world. And so you meet this guy and you're like, oh my God, it's everything. And I'm going to let him treat me like garbage. But once you actually start to like step outside your comfort zone a little bit, I do think things actually start to shift. Anyway, there's a lot of things I have to complain about when it comes to medical school, but that is not one of them. I got out of so many unhealthy relationships, situationships, whatever. I got out of so many things like that. I got my life back on track. I got like confidence. I got to feel smart. I got to do what I wanted. Like it was great for morale, genuinely. At the end of the day, at times it wasn't, admittedly.